Yeah, of course.
Why are you gay?
Who's gay? Who's gay?
Dave Blakamoto, we back live. First question. How was your post-fight shower?
I had it like, to be honest, 24 hours after. Oh, close to, maybe like 18, 20 hours after. But it was good. There's a lot of insights in there, yeah. I normally watch my fights like straight away. Like example, a fight that was a 5-0 shutout, the Tough 27 finale. I watched it like, cause it was, where were we at? I can't remember. It was the one next to T-Mobile. Anyway, went back to my suite. It was Tony, Jeff, you, Ash. Some people came and left, but then I just spent the time watching the fight on my laptop and took like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, because I was going back and forth, breaking it down, all that kind of stuff while you guys were partying. And sometimes I'll jump in and jump back out. Like I realized these last 2 fights I haven't. I kind of just like, and I'll watch it later. So I haven't watched the fight yet, but I'll watch it eventually and just analyze it. And it always is like, oh, I look way better than I thought. I'm just hard on myself, that's all. But yeah, I just realized that I haven't watched this fight back like I do other fights in the past.
Talk to me about your walkout. There was no extra flavor added to it. You looked like you were all business.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. I felt like it was business time. It's business. It's business time. Sorry. Yeah, just business. Like, yeah. It was just business. It was just business as usual. No like fanfare or anything. And I clocked that since, remember that day you were at the house and then you were like, what the fuck's he doing in the shower? And the chance was like, trust me. And I came through and then it was just like, yeah. So that was when I was probably in the shower for like an hour and then just had that track playing on replay. And before you knew it, I was just deep. I was deep in it. And then I dressed up and like my wardrobe is like a tunnel. So I just visualized it then and I went in the fight then and just kind of like locked that feeling in, the feeling I was feeling at that time, because I was my highest self in the best way possible. Like I was tapped in. And yeah, I channeled that again, and when it was just time to roll, it was just felt like I'd done it before, like 1,000 times, because I have. You
talked about practicing patience all week. At what point do you flip the switch and how do you do it?
At what point do I flip the switch? One I can remember live, there's few, like I said, a few times you have to kind of like flip the switch and then turn it back off. The press conference, if I flip the switch. The media day, not so much. Press conference, because then I'm around my opponent and other fighters. The weigh-ins in the afternoon, that one I flipped it on. I remember doing when I was doing my walkout, like the practice run, I had to flip it on then and kind of just went in that mode. And how I do it, it's just in my brain. Now I just look at it, I'm like, oh, there you go, activate. And I learned that through the week as well, even staying focused during training and not like tuning out. It gets you, like, it's like training, it's drills. It gets you honed into that feeling of just like, okay. Because in training, I realized on Monday at one point I caught on drill with something nice. I was like, ah, and I kind of like zoned out of it. And I was like, no, focus. Stay zoned in, yeah.
Okay, from your recollection, how do you think the fight went from round, like, giving it like a summary?
It's hard to say round by round basis, because for me it's just a fight. But I remember clearly won the first round, and I just felt on the whole time. I never felt like I lost a step, apart from a few times when later on he caught me with a jab when I was exiting and a few jabs, and I was like, ah, dang it. But this is before watching the fight. Again, I just felt like I never lost a step till like he caught me with a few jabs later on. And the takedowns, I mean, like everyone's hopping on about those like they did something. I'm like, what did he do? Did he ground and pound me? Nope. Did he, you know, really threaten the submission? Nope. He kind of like threatened one, and I literally just, I might have smiled or something, I can't remember, or poked my tongue at Eugene and them, like, huh, watch this, because we've done this so many times at 9 a.m. And I was never threatened. Kind of like the Vittori fight that happened, and I was already calm from the training we did, and I got out of it easily.
Tell me what it's like to have a high-level chess match type fight for 5 rounds.
That's a good question. What it's like to have a high-level chess match for 5 rounds. You have to be fully focused and zoned in. You can't lose a step. Like, you can't have a lapse in judgment, you know? But also, one thing I failed to do in this fight is trust my instinct and ask questions. Because the first fight, right, I went in there and I just felt like, as I was going through the game plan, I was like, some other stuff was working. I started to like just call the audible, and I felt like, okay, I can match this guy's intensity. And I trusted my instinct. And yeah, I had killer instinct in that fight, killer instinct. And then this fight, when I dropped him in the first round, straight southpaw 2, I didn't realize it. And I was even just like, oh, did that drop him? Because I knew it flashed, maybe like it flashed him. I was like, did I drop him? Because it felt like nothing, literally felt like nothing, like just air. And then he got back up and I was like, cool down, don't worry. But I should have asked in the corner, what did I drop him with? I should have asked Eugene and he should have told me. But I didn't want to focus on the past. I wanted to focus on, don't worry, I'll catch him again. I didn't want to like okay, now I'm gonna go southpaw and then just throw straight lefts. I'll never do that, obviously, but like, I didn't want to like focus on the pass pretty much. But I should have, because later on in the fight, I was feeling really good southpaw, and I was like, huh, I'm feeling much better southpaw. So I should have just stayed southpaw more, I guess. Even the body kicks from southpaw, catching them, the head kicks, so and the inside leg kicks. So I should have trusted my instinct more. Yeah, but still, high level chest fight. Hold up, fucking hell, I got the boo boo.
Hold that shit up.
You missed what happened before. Fucking hell, there's a reason the bathroom door is locked. Shit, all that food on the plane.
Can you talk to me about like the moves that you and Rob were making? You know, setting traps, reading each other.
Yeah, there was one point he was circling to my right against the fence, and I just like stopped and then went back to the center. I said, "That's my move." Hold up, fuck, hold up. Jesus Christ, what?
Is it a boy?
Yeah, there was a point he was circling on the outside to my right, and then I knew what he was doing. He wanted me a foot closer, or like just within his range, so he can then blitz me, like circle, circle, boom. And I was like, that's my move. And I went back to the center and just looked at him. I had a nice counter left kick, but I didn't land the way I wanted it to hit. The same thing with Vettori. Their head movements is getting better, even though I changed my kick up a bit. You know, I've changed my kick up. I don't just do question marks like I used to. I'm giving you guys some of the blueprint, by the way, but still. It's obvious. Like, if you're smart, you can see it.
I was meaning more like just the element of fighting another high level fighter. Like,
he's high level? Not jokes. Carry on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the things that the obvious fan or the average fan doesn't see. Like,
Yeah.
What's the like? Can you describe sort of like that type of environment in the cage? And
Yeah,
how you
it's
set up your stuff.
Okay, like checkers or chess or some really smart game you want to call, whatever. It's just, it comes down to like milliseconds and inches. Like, he wanted me a foot closer, and I was fine to just stay on the outside and pepper him and expect him to like rush in later on when he was running low on the rounds. So all the feints, all the looks, all the stutter steps, his stomp kicks or whatnot, all that stuff is it's chess. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to put it in words, but it's just chess. But it's super fast and super high paced, and you're not thinking. You're like, there's stuff like you're running your software, but your body is like just in flow. Your body is just in flow, and you just trust your muscle memory from all the drills you've done. Yeah, I do like those. I like these fights. I like them. They're good for you. They like the same way a war helps you grow. This will help me grow massively. Because now I'm forced, especially if you're objective enough and you can look in the mirror or look at yourself and look at your footage or whatever and just like, okay, what did I do wrong? What did I do right? How can I get better? How would I beat me? Same blueprint.
Did you see Rob make any other good adjustments throughout the fight?
He tripled up his jab at one point. That was a good adjustment. That's how I think he caught me with this. I can't remember. With the grappling, not really. I think he realized how hard it was and he started to get tired. But he hit it well though. He hit how tired he was. Even though I could see his physiological response was like, you're tired. Yeah, he did it like, I was like, huh, his face, his poker face was good. Yeah, not bad. I'm stronger than these guys though. I'm strong. He felt weak. Like when I broke his hands and I got Kimura grip, I was like, huh, is that it? Like, I almost went for the Kimura, but then I was like, nah, stick to the game plan. Again, instincts. I should just go with my instincts rather than, because it was right there. It was so weak.
Talk to me about the moment where he had your back. Do things like the breathwork exercises you do and breathing help keep you calm in those moments?
100%. It was when Kai was in that fight at the Apex where he had his back taken for all the first round and then he finally just got out of it and then knocked the guy out. That was the fight that he told me how important the pull work was for him. He felt calm under pressure. He's like, I've been here before, you know, same thing. Gasping, you're looking for oxygen, wanting to panic, wanting to quit, and then you don't because you know, I've been here before, I'll be fine. Watch in between rounds, show me where I'm mouth breathing. In between rounds, none. You won't find one. I was tight-lipped.
Your brother tweeted about it.
Who?
Your brother.
Oh, my brother. Dwayne, DJ, my
All right, cool. Talk to me about the state of your division, the middleweight division.
The state of it, there's a few moving parts, but I already called it. Jarek and I guess the next shot. I can't go back on my word. I could, but I'd rather not. But again, my brother, Tim proposed another idea to me, which is interesting. So Jarek gets the next shot, but then I have other things in the works for who's next.
Your 4-year debut anniversary recently passed. How do you feel about where you are now and how fast you've got into this?
Sometime I haven't done it in ages, but there was a time when maybe around the New York fight or the Silver fight, I went back and watched each of my fights. I just to like appreciate. So I might do that sometime soon. I'm due for that. Just to kind of like appreciate how far I've come. Not just watching it to analyze. I always do anyway, but like just to appreciate it and just be like, damn, that was crazy.
Do you have anything planned for after this fight?
Yeah, World Tour, baby. We out here, and right now we're in, should I tell them? Yeah, we're fucking New York. It's kind of obvious. Anyway, we're in New York.
It's a blizzard. What is your ideal 2022 if you could direct it from this point?
Fight in June, fight Jared in June, and then I already have plans for that fight. I look forward to that fight, and I like that fresh meat. That excites me.
Is there anything else that you want to accomplish outside the cage?
A lot, but this year, a lot. But I mean, I think I'll get some things done on this world tour because it's been a while. I look forward to being out there, traveling, enjoying the fruits, if you will.
Can we get your reaction to this photo?
Why? Because he wants to be on something.
Alright, thank you, David Blakamoto.
Thank you.
Israel.
Look at us.
And
Look
still.
at us. Who would have thought?
And
Who would have
still.
thought? Point the camera to the guy. The guy. They already know. They already know. Yes, sir. And still. No. Get ready for the fucking most epic world tour we've had yet. Let's go.